Yo, what's up guys? Blake here bringing you my gear and deck setup video for my Storm. Legend Storm's a lot of fun. We're at like 1800 rank, something like that, yeah, on the Storm. I love to mess around on this character, you know, it's a good break, you know, when you're sweating on your other characters, you don't try it as hard as you can. Just let the moon gods decide, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm gonna make this video short and sweet, unlike my other ones, because, you know, Legend Storm's pretty basic in terms of, you know, what you're going for. Pretty much you just spam them down. So I'm just gonna show you my gear setup and all that. So these are the stats I'm rocking. 2.9k health. I know some people get OCD about that. They're like, yo, Blake, this should be 3k. Dude, it's gas at 2.9. I love that. Because then, like, I beat people. I beat Exalteds. I don't even have 3k health. Like, that's pretty impressive, you know? 112 damage. 37 universal with 40 to Storm. 30 accuracy, so I can't base fizz anything except Thor's Hammer and Calypso. And then I got 59 crit, which is huge. 14% block, 9 pierce, which is the worst part about this setup. The pierce is so bad. When you go against warded ices and lives who have, like, 4 to 5k health, and they have 75 resist, and you just spam Fortify or Brace, like, what do? You know what I'm saying? And then we got 101% pips. I forgot to put this mount on, but yeah, you get 101% pips, so you can't get a new pip with this setup or base fizz, which is really good. So let me show you the gear I'm using. I got the zigzag hat. This you get from House of Scales, the second dungeons. You need it. Don't go for Waterworks, it's better. I know the drop rate is bad, but you gotta go for it. Zigzag robe as well, which also comes from the same dungeon. These are both like necessary, you know what I mean? The Professor boots, these boots they're beautiful, okay? They're beautiful, pretty easy to get. I guarantee you'll probably get it within 5k crowns at the max. I know a lot of people who get them right away. The drop rate is pretty good, and you're basically guaranteed. If you like Legend Peeve a lot, definitely go for this pack because you'll get a lot of the gear. So yeah. Then for the one, I got Staff of Flashing Blades. You can also use the one from the pack, the Mortal's Lore pack, which gives like pierce and stuff like that. I've thought about using it, but the problem is, dude, your pips go down so down. You can't do combos. Your accuracy goes down. So I don't know if it's worth it. I know you're like, oh, Blake, you just always cast info, so you don't need the accuracy. Okay, I get that, but then what about the pips, you know? So I don't know, I might try it out and get the Mortal's Lore, but I like this better just so I can rely on pips and accuracy. Then of course you got the Duelist. You might be thinking, Blake, why do you have the 2% pierce? You're mental. Why not just go to level 65? I like being 61, okay? Do you know anybody that does 61 Storm? I don't think so. So here I am, just chilling at 61 Storm. It's pretty cool. It's also like if I were to go to 65, I think I would face more jades and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I'm doing this, so 2% jewel is the for pierce is the most you can get at this level. Then for the amulet, I'm using this bootleg amulet that I bought from a vendor in Zafaria, but it's so good. It gives you the maximum amount of health, basically. That's what I'm going for. I've thought about running a death mastery, but like the extra roughly like 400 health I get, which with the flat resist from the amulet outweighs, totally outweighs having a death mastery. So yeah, that's why I like this, because there's so many times where I barely tank. So this amulet definitely saves me more than I think a death mastery would for Doom and Gloom. Then of course the Duelist ring, same thing. And then for the pet, I'm using a triple double infal with brace. The brace is sometimes kind of annoying. Like, I wish it would cast infal. So I don't know about having brace on this pet, but it's never, you know, brace is never bad to have, you know what I'm saying? So infal and brace is nice. And then I use the rock mount just to keep those pips up. If you have the Storm Gulcher, which I have, you can use that as well, but I personally prefer the rock mount. And then I got the Maelstrom deck. This is just the one from the crafted one. Or not even the crafted. Yeah, it is the crafted one from Floating Land in Celestia. I would farm for the deck that gives you 1% accuracy and like a bigger sideboard, because that'd be really nice. But you know, I just mess around this character, so I don't care about having like absolutely perfect stats. But I personally really like this setup. Another setup you can use, basically all the gear is going to be the same, but you could go to 65 to get the pierce jewels, and if you also want, you can use the other one that gives you more pierce and crit. That's pretty solid as well. Your pips are going to tank quite a lot. If you don't have the rock mount either, your pips are going to go down to like 83, which is not horrible, but when you need to go for a combo like Storm Road Insane, if you fail pip, that's just GG, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, anyway, let's get on to the deck setup. I recently kind of changed it a bit, but this is what I'm using right now. It's basically, you might be thinking, Blake, no shields, no hits, what are you doing? This is just anti-jade, okay? My deck is basically anti-jade because at my rank at 1800, I literally face like straight up just jades. Like every other match is a jade, actually more than that. I might get lucky if I play an offensive legendary, and then I do get a lot of exalteds too. So the deck is just anti-jade. I just mess around, you know. I recently learned the dispels, especially with Storm Elf. I think dispels are so good to have, and I'm packing a reshuffle now just for those cheeky jades, you know, cheeky jades. You don't really need wand hits or beetles, you know. You can throw them in if you want. They're good to have. Like, beetle is such a good card, but at legendary you don't really need it. So yeah, and then the wand hits are good too, but you don't need them anymore because of lightning elf. Lightning elf is so good, you don't need wand hits, you know, but you can pack it a few if you want. But yeah, this is basically just anti-jade. That's why I have max dooms in, max infections, max bubbles, and then dispel for every every school because it's so good with Lightning Elf. If you combo Lightning Elf into a spell in turn-based, it can be so powerful. So yeah, I'm trying this out. And then I got 2 Storm spells just because it's really good against a Storm as well. And sometimes like Storm matches are faster, so I just want to have a higher chance of pulling it. Sometimes I even run in like 3 Storm spells, which I could do just to maximize the chance of pulling it. And then of course stun blocks, you know, you need the stun blocks. So yeah, I'm just gonna run this for now. And then here's the side deck. Okay, I understand a lot of these spells I have, you may not have. You may not have Stormy Freets, you may not have Thor's Hammer or Lightning Elf, but you or Thunderbird. But these spells are crucial. I'm telling you, these spells are so crucial. So stun is really good because if they don't stun, and even in turn-based now, you start off with your pip so low. So having Lightning Elf into a stun combo can win you the game. You know what I'm saying? It's so good. So I would definitely recommend Lightning Elf and stun block packed in your deck. But yeah, stun block's good to have. I have a few tower shields because you can just outvalue them with a Lightning Elf, and then they shield, so you shield just to protect yourself, get extra value. A few infows. I know a lot of people like to pack more infows, and I would run more infows if I was using the other wand, the damage pierce one, which I may go for just to get that extra pierce. But the thing is, like, the infows, like, you know, I get it from my pet. Like, my pet can cast info, so I don't even know if I need it, you know what I'm saying? So the reason why I do pack infos is because sometimes it's just good to cast a 20 info, and sometimes against Jades, I want to be able to cast a 20, so it's good to pack a few. I get that Storm Ifrit for the times you gotta just, you know, pray to the RNG gods to just, you know, take over the game for you, because sometimes you have no choice. You have to go for a Storm Ifrit. I think I've used about 3 Storm Ifrits, and 2 of them people powered. So it's still a good spell to have. I have 1 Thor's Hammer. I don't like this spell. I've never had a situation in turn-based where I was like, oh yeah, this is actually gonna like win me the game. But it's still fun to pack and mess around with. So you definitely don't need Thor's Hammer, and you don't need Storm Ifrit either. But they're just fun cards to have. You know what I'm saying? 4 Insane Bolts. I could pack more Insanes because I do Insane a lot, but 4's enough. You know, you're never gonna be able to do like more than 4 Insanes in a match before it like backfires on you anyway. So 4's just a good number to have. I have 4 Elves because, you know, Elf is just, it's so good. This card, you need it. I can't tell you how helpful and just useful it is as a card, because it just creates so much value. They shield, you go for the overtime, and it's only 2 pips. You can combo it. If they don't shield, you can just get an open hit. If they do shield, you can create value by going for an info or a tower shield. You know, there's just a lot of things you can do. So Lightning Elf is just very good to have. Or you can stack up your pips, go for a bubble. You know what I'm saying? Go for a dispel. You can lightning Elf into a dispel, so it's really good. I pack in 1 Thunderbird. This card's really good, and I'm thinking about maybe packing a second one. It's just I'm going for the Lightning Elf combo, so it doesn't really work both of these at the same time, you know. But Thunderbird's really good. How I get mine is you can buy Transmute Thunderbird TC, Mutate Phoenix TC from the vendors, right? I know like the one in Arcanum you can get it from, so I would just definitely recommend getting these and then training Phoenix, which I have trained basically. Let me double check. Oh no, I don't have it trained anymore. I did it when there was the training point buyback. I trained Phoenix, you know, bought a bunch of these. Bought a bunch of the Transmute Phoenix, and then I made like a good bit, you know. So now I have like, oh, I'm running out. That's actually pretty bad. I'm running out. But anyway, it's good to have. So yeah. Definitely next time there's like a training point buyback, or if you do have enough, because like, you know, you don't need to learn set shields. You know, I learned like all the spells. You don't really have to, but I still have 3 training points, and I haven't done all my training point quests, you know, and I am level 61, so you could definitely, like, you don't need the set shields. Like, I know it's like, that's what I run on all my characters, but this character, like I said, is just for fun, just messing around, you know. Legend Storm is all like RNG basically. Of course you can do good plays, outvalue your opponent with Lightning Elf, you know, be strategic, but at the end of the day, a lot of times your best move is just to go for an Insane Bolt or cheeky bolt. You know, you love when that cheeky bolt just does max for absolutely no reason and you crit too. So yeah, this is the deck setup, and then I got 3 Calypsos. Calypso is just a really good card, really good card. The only thing that sucks about it is that you can base phase a Calypso even with this accuracy setup that I'm running, and you can't get more accuracy than this. You could only get 1 extra accuracy, so you could have 31 accuracy if you had the deck from, I think it's the Skeleton Key boss in House of Skills. I think his name's Belosh. I think the deck drops from there. But anyway, yeah. So I don't have the deck from him, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, 3 Calypsos just because Calypso's such a powerful card. I mean, it does... Where did I just go into? Bro, I just went into here for no reason. Okay. So, and then I have 3 Calypsos, right? 1 Stormlord. I used to pack like 3 Stormlords because it's huge. But the thing is, in turn-based, you know, you start off with bad pips. So even if you're second, you only have 4 pips. So it's going to take you, like, you can't Stormlord until at least turn 3, no matter what. Which gives your opponent more than enough time to stun block. Almost everybody stun blocks now, and you might as well just go for, like, you know, pack a stun. But it is useful sometimes, especially against Exalteds or, you know, just high-level people when I have to go for a Stormlord Mode insane combos. So I do pack one in my deck, but Storm Mode is really not as good as it used to be, at least at lower level where you can't Storm Mode till at least turn 3. When you have that extra pip, at max you can still Storm Mode turn 2, so it's not, you know, Storm Mode is still more viable, even though everybody stun blocks, you know, especially when you're at high rank. But yeah, it's good to pack one still, you know what I'm saying? And then I got a Storm Out. This card is beautiful. I love using Storm Out. It just does mass damage, you know, 1500 damage. It's very useful sometimes when you need to go for that one shot, or just you have to, you know what I mean, you need to go for that one hit. So definitely recommend packing one of these in your deck. I have one Trine in. Sometimes I wish I packed in 2 Trines, but one Trine is pretty good because Calypso is so good. Like, you know, Trine barely does more damage than Calypso. It's more like as a finisher when I would use Trine, or if I really can, like, I can just go for the open Trine, because Calypso almost does the same damage. Because with that 20 trap, like, if it does a high-end Calypso, it's gonna do almost as much damage as a Trine. Obviously a little bit less, but still, Calypso is just so powerful, you know. Calypso is actually so powerful. And then I have 4 bolts in, you know, just to go for the cheeky bolts. I would pack in more bolts, but I'm going for that lightning elf combo, so 4 is good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys, I'll be posting more Legend Storm videos in the future. Like I said about the level thing, I could be 65, but I prefer to be 61 just because, you know, I want to do my own thing. I like to do things that, you know, I like to be unique, you know, when I do PvP combos, you know, like with glass cannon and stuff. I really like to create my own setup, so it's pretty cool. I always love doing that, and I've never seen anybody use this amulet ever. I've had a couple people message me and go, yo, Blake, I use that amulet too, and like, it always makes my day because everybody gives me so much like, bro, Blake, why are you using that amulet, you know? But I like it. It works with my setup, and you know, this character's just for fun anyway, you know. I'm still grinding towards 2K, but a lot of times I just mess around on this character, and I get a lot of jades who are storm warded, who just spam fortified TC and have like 75 resist, and with my 9 pierce it really doesn't work. So like I said, with the set shields, you don't really, like, I could pack set shields, but like, you know what I mean, I'm just playing like really offensively anyway, so I just pack towers in my side, and then this is just anti-jade basically. And the dispels are good. The dispels are good because you can go for combos. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be posting, I don't know what I'm going to be posting tomorrow, but new videos every single day. We're getting so close to 1K subs. I'm going to do a giveaway once we get 1K, so I'm really excited for that. Thank you guys so much for the support. I stream every day on Twitch, you guys already know. So yeah, I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.